WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 6.
This wintry weather is making Michigan roadways dangerous for drivers, and it is our top story tonight at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Reports of crashes and slide-offs have been coming in from all over mid-Michigan this afternoon and evening.
And one of the biggest affected, a Mason public school bus. Take a look. It happened on Edgar Road, west of Mason, Aurelius Township. Emergency crews and tow trucks were called after the bus went off the road. Thankfully, the bus did not tip over, and nobody was hurt. Stay with 6 News. We'll update you on air and online when we learn more about what happened.
Well, it has been a rough January out on the roads, and that includes from Michigan State Police.
Cruisers have been involved in 7 crashes this month, including 2 in just the past week.
On Monday, a patrol car was hit while helping a driver who slid off the road in Wexford County. And then on Wednesday, a drunk driver hit a parked patrol car while troopers were investigating another crash. State police are taking this opportunity to remind people about Michigan's move over law. When you pass emergency vehicles that are stopped on the side of the road, slow down to 10 miles per hour below the speed limit and move over in an open lane if it's safe to do so. Give those emergency responders as much room as possible to avoid creating a new emergency.
Well, back in 2020, the world was turned upside down from the COVID-19 pandemic. Hundreds of thousands of coronavirus tests were sent to hospitals all across the U.S.
And a hospital in mid-Michigan made history this afternoon with its 1 millionth test. Taryn Simmons visited the U of M Health Sparrow Hospital and spoke with healthcare specialists about this milestone and what it means to the community. Taryn?
Sherry, Siobhan, Sparrow Hospital was one of the first clinics in Michigan to offer COVID testing to patients. UM health officials say this moment in history highlights the care and support to residents of the mid-Michigan area.
And at the peak, we were doing some days almost 5,000 tests a day.
University of Michigan Health Sparrow celebrated an important medical moment within the community this afternoon. John Baker with the hospital says they do about 250 COVID tests a day now due to the high respiratory season.
Early in the pandemic, supplies and testing equipment were in very short supply.
He says the 1 millionth test is an achievement for the hospital when many people were suffering with the illness.
And we could only do a certain number of tests a day. And we divided that capacity between ourselves, some for the state health department and other hospitals in the area.
Vivian Saez, an infectious specialist at Sparrow, says right now there are about 10 COVID patients at the hospital. That's much different from the start of the pandemic.
It was probably about tenfold. We could have several full units full of just COVID positive patients.
Saez says respiratory illnesses are high in Michigan right now. She urges Michiganders to take extra precautions.
Well, first, wash your hands, cover your cough if you're having any respiratory symptoms, and if you're sick, experiencing fevers and cough and cold symptoms, stay home until you're better.
Saez also says COVID cases are decreasing within the state, while the flu is on the rise. Sherry, Siobhan, back to you.
Thank you, Taryn. Well, back in April of 1996, 16-year-old Federico Cruz killed 17-year-old David Crawford near the city of Sparta, just north of Grand Rapids.
Now he's set to be released on parole.
Now, the details of this case are grotesque. Prosecutors say Cruz decapitated the victim, then videoed himself talking to the head. That video was so disturbing it wasn't even shown to the jury during the trial. Cruz was sentenced to life in prison without the chance for parole, but he was 16 at the time of the murder, and the Supreme Court has since ruled that mandatory life sentences for juveniles are unconstitutional. In 2023, his sentence was changed to between 35 and 60 years in prison. Cruz's projected parole date is now March 25th.
And we have 2 more disturbing stories tonight, both coming from the Genesee County Sheriff's Office.
Deputies are investigating 2 different cases of dogs being abandoned.
In the first case, animal control officers went to a mobile home park in Grand Blanc Township after getting a report about a dog barking on November 27th. Officials say the people living there, 46-year-old Bruce Austin and 43-year-old Jamie Cross, had been seen moving with U-Haul trucks more than 2 weeks earlier.
Deputies found 1 dog alive and starving, as well as 2 dead puppies. An examination revealed the puppies had been so hungry there was plastic and metal in their stomachs. The surviving dog, named Bubba, has been adopted into a new home.
Tonight, deputies are searching for the 2 people who lived there for questioning. The number for the sheriff's office is right there on your screen. Call in a tip if you know where they can be found. A separate animal abuse case began on January 19th when deputies responded to a home in Vienna Township. They say they found 2 dogs locked in cages in a garage with no food or water.
One of the dogs was too sick to be saved and had to be put down. The surviving dog, renamed Baxter, is recovering and is now available for adoption.
The owner in this case, Jeremy Neff, is charged with 1 count of killing and torturing an animal, which is a 4-year felony.
Well, listen up, music lovers. There will be no Faster Horses Music Festival this year.
Organizers for the festival made that announcement on social media today.
Faster Horses brings tens of thousands of people to Michigan International Speedway every year with some of the biggest names in live music. According to the event's official social media page, the festival will be put on pause this year with the goal of delivering a bigger and better Faster Horses next year.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, many areas receiving less than an inch of slush out there today, but boy, it sure created problems on area roadways. And the good news is it's moving out very quickly. Look at the Doppler radar, the back edge now making its way into Jackson County. In Jackson, you probably got another 30-45 minutes of snowfall, and then things will calm down as the system begins to depart on towards the south and the east. We zoom out just a bit. Notice we've got clear skies to the north, so that's what we're looking forward to tonight, although it will allow temperatures to drop into the teens. So treated roads, things that have been dealt with by MDOT should be just fine, but secondary roads, anything that has a little slush on it could get a little icy as temperatures dip below the freezing mark tonight. Precision cast through the morning hours. We're done with snow for now. By tomorrow morning, mostly clear skies on the way. Cloud cover will increase again tomorrow with another system that's going to move through over the weekend. Saturday evening, it's well to our west, but by Sunday morning, a little band of snow starts to set up. Now, there could be a few raindrops in there as well. We're not terribly cold Sunday, but primarily just some snow showers, accumulations less than an inch. Cold front still to our west by Sunday afternoon, so we'll top out near 40. Then once this cold front passes, cooler temps return Sunday night and into Monday. A high temperature trend, there's that high of 40 on Sunday, but then next week, especially on Wednesday, 33 degrees or so. There's going to be precipitation in the area. That could come in the form of some freezing rain and sleet, so we got to watch out for that. Should change over to rain, though, as we head into Thursday morning. Temperatures currently 33 Lansing, same in Mason. We're down to 32 degrees, though, from Jackson south through Hillsdale, so watch out for some slippery travel. The view along 496 on the McLaren cam, we're back to moving along at basically posted speeds, but do watch out for some slush here and there. Temperatures at 33 after a high of 42 and 0.4 of an inch of rainfall. In Grand Ledge, there's the clearing line now moving in from the north. Temperature at 33, today's high 40. Only 0.09 of an inch of rainfall and snow in Grand Ledge. In Jackson, visibility still fairly low with some moderate snow out there. 32 the current temperature and over 0.8 of an inch of rain and snow all melted down. Really impressive rainfall total. Finally, in Hillsdale, we're changing it over to snow as well. Temperatures at 33 degrees. High today 38, and our precipitation total up to 0.6 of an inch. Tonight's forecast then, all of our precipitation will start to move out. Skies will become partly cloudy. Low will drop down to 18 degrees. Then as we move into your Saturday, we'll start out with some sunshine probably and then increase the cloud cover. It'll be cold tomorrow, highs in the upper 20s, but there's not really a lot of wind, so it shouldn't feel all that bad out there. Over the next 6 days, temperatures as we head into Sunday near 40, with again some morning snow and maybe a raindrop in there. Monday and Tuesday look relatively quiet but colder. Then on Wednesday, chance for wintry mix, including freezing rain, sleet, and maybe a little snow. We change it over to rain showers, though, as we head into Thursday morning. And on the 6+6 day, you would have seen that temperatures next weekend are cold and cold enough maybe for some light snow next Sunday, so a little over a week away.
Okay.
Wintry mix.
Ugh. I really don't like the sound of that anymore, David, after today.
That's sort of a taboo word in weather. We don't like to use that. Just call it what it is.
Right.
But when this far out, you know, when you can see basically everything, it's what we've got.
Well, and today I think we did see a mix of everything. I mean, I think I saw grapple.
Yeah,
right?
There was a little grapple. There was some sleet.
Look at you with that word.
Thank you.
Wow.
And then we, of course, had snow and rain. So almost everything.
Almost.
All right, thank you, David. Well, coming up after some delays, we have details on when Mid-Michigan can expect the opening of a new restaurant incubator with plenty of tasty options.
Yum, sounds great. Stay tuned. 6 News at 6. We'll be right back.